Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Twitch chat. Welcome back to Let Us Play. I'm your host, Father Evan. It's good to be back with y'all today. Good to see you, Tantalus. Good to see you, Darth. Hope everyone's doing well. And Tantalus, congratulations. You've won the Crown of Furstendom. Your crown is made of ash, so it's probably not going to last that long. But, yeah, happy Ash Wednesday, everyone. Well, blessed Ash Wednesday, I suppose. Lent has officially begun, so we will, the scheduled streaming, everything's going to remain the same. But as I was talking about, wanted to have a little bit of like an intentional prayer reflection at the beginning of stream. So we're going to be reading from Vatican II. I was originally thinking Lumen Gentium, but I think instead we're going to switch. I'm going to pause the music for this. I think we're actually going to do Gaudium et Spes, which is the Constitution on the Church's relationship to the world. I think there's a lot of interesting stuff, especially in light of what we do here in this stream of engaging with cultural things and dialoguing. So yeah. So I'm not going to read the whole document cover to cover. We'll probably be skipping around a little bit, but we're probably not even going to finish it. But yep. Hey, you take care, Tantalus. Thanks for stopping by. So Gaudium et Spes, published December 7th, 1965. The joy and hope, the grief and anguish of humanity of our time, especially of those who are poor or afflicted in any way, are the joy and hope, the grief and anguish of the followers of Christ as well. Nothing that is genuinely human fails to find an echo in their hearts, for theirs is a community composed of humanity, of people who, united in Christ and guided by the Holy Spirit, press onward towards the kingdom of the Father and are bearers of the message of salvation intended for all people. That is why Christians cherish a feeling of deep solidarity with the human race and its history. So already we can see a profound statement just from that first paragraph of the church saying, by our nature as human beings, we bear the joys and the pains with each other, and the church in a special way has a mission to live into that. So, hey, Britt. Yeah, I got pretty nice ashes. It's some of it's caught up in my hair, but anyway. Now, the Second Vatican Council has deeply studied the mystery of the Church. It resolutely addresses not only the children of the Church and all those who call upon the name of Christ, but the whole of humanity as well. So the Church, historically, at this point, has looked at itself in Lumen Gentium and is now, this is written later, and so it's the Church kind of looking outward. Hey, love. It long set forth the way it understands the presence and functions of the Church in the world today. Therefore, the world which the Council has in mind is the whole human family seen in context of everything which it envelops. It is the world as the theater of human history, bearing the marks of its travail, its triumphs and failures, the world which in the Christian vision has been created and is sustained by the love of its Maker, which has been freed from slavery of sin by Christ, who was crucified and rose again in order to break the stranglehold of the evil one, so it might be fashioned anew according to God's design and brought to its fulfillment. I don't think that paragraph will come as much of a surprise to those of you who are Catholic and I dare say even Christian, but it's the way that the Church writes its documents is always kind of grounds itself spiritually first before exploring outward. So an important reminder of the way that we understand the world is made. So, yeah. So I think that we'll probably do 2 or 3 paragraphs a day. We'll see. But I hope that gives you a little food for thought during your Lenten journey. Take these off. They're not the most comfortable to wear with the headphones. But let's dive on to some Minecraft. Okay. So I did a little bit of work off camera. Sorry, I had to rearrange things a little. I've been doing a little bit of terraforming. So I've kind of built out this side of the hill a little bit, because this is where we'll put the pylons if you will, for the buttresses, the anchors for the buttresses. And then I built out the front a little bit because I want to be able to bring kind of the front out. Hey, Prayer, chicken jockey indeed. How is your not Lent going, since your Lent doesn't start yet? Are you going to have a nice meat fair Sunday? But then you may notice that I've kind of built out this section. I want to put a bell tower here. I've also built this, so we have a choir loft going. And I've prototyped stairs. And part of the reason I want to build the bell tower is I don't like the stairs being here in the back of the church. It feels very crowded. So I'd prefer the stairs being in the bell tower. And that's kind of what I want to work on today, but you can see I was working with different railing types. I prefer the railing on the right. I think it'll work better. Let's take a couple various kinds of bricks with us to work with. Oh, I also rearranged the pews. I brought them out from the wall 1, so the center's going to be 4 wide, but they'll have 2 wide on the edges. And also, I found these granite pillar pieces. They match the gray ones on the outside, so I thought they'd look nice on the inside as a splash of color, tying in the flooring. So there's different design philosophies when it comes to bell towers with churches. Some are physically separated completely. Some are like right next to it, but more or less separate. Some are very integrated. The most integrated is kind of like your Notre Dame in Paris, as an example. I was kind of thinking, but there's some that I really like where it's like, it's kind of awkwardly built out, like it was almost like an afterthought, or was separate and then was expanded and integrated. So I kind of wanted to have that here. So it's not even going to be symmetrical off of this, I guess, because its true corner would be here. So let's make it maybe 8 by 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That looks like a good distance to me. Now I'm trying to figure out sort of vertically what we want this to look like, because we could sort of model it after these. Like, make it look similar to that, but I kind of want to make it look like something different. So we could do that with layers. We could do it like individual layers, like a cake, but I don't think that would look very good. So I'm thinking maybe something vertical. It's not unreasonable to have a window in something like this. So it's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we could make a window. That's 4 wide. And probably just wouldn't have a window on this side in particular. Well, no, probably not have a window on this side. don't need that there. What am I thinking? So if there's not going to be a window there, or at least not a window yet, we could start a window slightly higher up, I guess. But see, the reason I don't want a window is because if I do that, it requires me to, or I could just do it too wide like that. Like it just could be smaller than the others. But I want to keep this internally consistent across. Like this being different from that, it's like whatever. There's the whole bell tower here, but I need to put some lights underneath the stairs. Or underneath the ground here. It's like all, like directly below this is all like pitch black, so it's gonna generate nasties the whole time. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about. I was like, oh well, put the stairs out. Well, actually, I don't quite have everything I need for the stairs because I'm gonna need more of these. Because I had it as a 1x1 stairway. I want to make it a 2 wide. I need scaffolding. What am I doing? Well, this lets us collect more of this, I guess. But I found these compact stairs. I quite like them. I'm gonna have to replace the flooring here at some point, but that sounds like another day's problem. Okay, so if it's gonna be too wide... Nope. Wrong thing. Hey, Chizo. You know this game. Wait, what steps are those? They are the compact stairs from Akaz Stairs and Balconies. This is the Cobblemon server. Excuse me, sir. like to leave church. Hey, it's all good, Britt. Hope you have a great rest of your Ash Wednesday. God bless. I have been toying with the idea of incorporating the granite pillars. Back when this was 1 wide, I don't know if I like it as much on a 2 wide, but, well, it's like 1.5. Rota. There are a lot of readings today, because it's a full liturgical day. I have not preached yet. I have the 6:30 p.m. Mass tonight. The core of my homily is basically inviting people to the question, you know, we always give something up for Lent, and it's what do I give up? And inviting people to ask, why do we give it up? Especially in light of the readings, particularly the gospel, the sense of not doing it in secret of the way that we think of in the modern sense, but in the way of sort of the inward intentionality of it. Anyway, we can almost get to the choir loft here, which is the whole purpose of this. Oh, I need to test something, because I don't know how glass will interact with these. Gonna put a bell for Quasi. Well, maybe if we finish this by Quasimodo Sunday, I will. So I need to know... Okay, good. It does not... The glass doesn't see this and say, oh, I need to attach to that somehow. It shouldn't there either. Yeah, it's pretty... That's standard Minecraft stuff. Okay, that's good. So we can keep this as it is. We don't have to move it away from the wall. Hey, a little cheesy. How are you doing today? Oh, you know what might look good in the corners here? Is tuff. Because we've incorporated some tuff into the corners here. You all right? I'm doing pretty good. Like, we could use that piece there, that style. Pretty sure I dug up a lot of tuff. Did I not? Could have sworn I did. Pine planks. Oh, there it is. Tough. Yeah. Or, ooh, we could do tough bricks. Tough bricks might actually work even better. Like, maybe we could incorporate these as an occasional motif, but I think for the most part, we'll build it up with these. So it should go here, but it obviously won't because it's inside. I understand why architects might have, architectural renderings to help them plan things out. Ow. My ankles. I still haven't invested in feather falling. Let's go make some more granite stair pieces. Because as soon as I have the height... You don't invest in enchantments unless you strip them from books? Fair. I tend to wait until I have enough diamonds to make a full diamond kit. Granite railing. I wonder if you can put that on the stairs. But as soon as we know the height of where we need to get to with the stairs to get to the choir loft, then we can figure out the height of the windows, because we can kind of, just like here where there's like a preliminary notch, we can do that to the windows. And I almost just walked off the ledge there. I think that this should be it. Yeah. So this way we can then And this probably won't remain cobblestone up here. It will probably be some variation of the flooring like that. Need to make more cobblestone walls. Because we'll follow the same. Painter Daisy. Well, yep. You're a painter. Excuse me? Sir. The choir is not practicing right now. Okay, so this is kind of our top point. So we only need to bring it in. Well, this one, nothing, because it's the weird front one, but... Yep, wrong kind of stone. Okay, that now gives us kind of our measuring stick by which we can raise up these other pieces. So this one I actually do need to do like this. Okay, so it needs to come out of regular stone. Which means these actually need to be regular stone, and this will be a decorative tough block. One, two, three, 4 wide, so it's... Okay, no, that works. For some reason my brain wasn't letting that work. Sir? Sir, I need to build here. This is an unsafe environment. Please. Go that way. Okay, you got hurt, but you're still alive. Ow. My ankles. Nope. No, that's not right. Because that needs to be that kind of stone. It can be like that. Then we can seal this up. Sort of. And then around the top of this, we can do a whole layer of cobblestone. Hey, Kevin. Surgery went well! Hey, I'm glad to hear that. I didn't realize there was going to be surgery. I'm sorry to hear that, but happy to hear it went well. Okay, let's zoom out, as it were, and take a look at this. Hopefully you'll be discharged in the morning. That's good. As it were? Yeah, as it were. Lots of things were as it were. Okay. I dig that. I feel like that is fitting in because we're using the same sort of palette, but is nicely distinct, and I think especially because this will all be window and you'll still be able to see the staircase. Hey, Jeesh, good to see you. A Magnemite? Why for self-destruct properties? Magazine can hover to help build. Oh. You crazy kids and all your wacky Pokemon abilities. Back in my day, we used dirt, and we used that as our scaffolding, and we liked it. What if you actually played actually Pokemon? I haven't heard of actually Pokemon. Is that on the Switch? You want smart pants? I'm pretty sure Apple will come out with those soon enough. The new Pokemon Animal Crossing. Oh, Pokopia, yeah. Apple. I just assume Apple's gonna come out with insert smart thing here. Well, and then probably Samsung or Microsoft, someone will release it, and then it will flop, and then Apple will release it, and everyone will be like, wow, look at what they invented, and then it'll catch on in the market, and other people will make it, and that's literally happened several times before with Apple. How'd that lightning charger cord go? You know, they tried real hard for a long time. Oh no, I cannot fit through there. What? I didn't even know you could place those like that. Sir, if you're going to just stay and torment my poor tower. Yes, now I do. Now I have learned new things. Will I incorporate them? Maybe, but probably not. I do like how you can clip the stairs and these pillars in certain spots. Hey, JM. Blessed Ash Wednesday to you as well. Oh, I have your favorite Pokemon, but I don't have Blastoise on my team. Blastoise is everyone's favorite Pokemon because it's my favorite Pokemon. Editor's note, that was a joke. What's your favorite Pokemon? Heracross. Venusaur. There. Now, when people come to sing in the choir loft, they cannot immediately fall. They have to work for it. You can't jump over this, so... Assuming I have a surplus of granite. Yeah. I put out a call asking for help on the Discord tied to this. And a ton of granite showed up. And so, having finished the floor, I still have some. And I'm like, well, we could incorporate it elsewhere. At least it wasn't diorite. I mean, I'll be real. I don't get the diorite hate. I mean, I'm not like a big diorite fan by any means, but like I've used it in builds, but I don't understand the hate. But for the memes, I will say, yep, at least it wasn't diorite. If you're building with birch oak, consider diorite. It's a good pair. Ask me how much I built with birch. I don't know if I have to. I got this weird sneaking suspicion. Yeah. I'm liking the asymmetry. Like, symmetry is cool, but sometimes just throwing in a piece of asymmetry. Got a big, weird horn thing in my way. I know. No. That almost ended very poorly. Says Scyther yesterday, too high level. Oh no! You could always work on grinding the requirements for a Master Ball. It's like, it takes a Nether Star. Cool. Probably out the Modium star in your game. I will take your word for it. Huh. I just realized something. This bell tower kind of takes up the spot of where the first buttress is, so I guess this side just won't have... It will just have one less buttress. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, this is hilarious. So I will have 11 buttresses, so I can call that one the Judas buttress, and that's why it's not there. I'm gonna do a little flooring in there real quickly. Hey, look, it's diorite. So I had a thought. I kind of like the idea of leaving all the windows clear, except that I want to make this one Marion. So what I was thinking, because of its size, it's 4 wide. So in the middle, I could do 2 blue straight up, and then like a white one on one side for her head with yellow around it as the halo. Are you tilting out over my use of diorite? Nah, just animated emotes. That's a mood. Man, I worked so hard on the arm movement of Swoliel in its original form. And then I remembered that Twitch just has a thing where you can animate an emote to move up and down, which is all I needed it to do in the first place. Cold has you a bit loopy. That's fair. Wait, hold on. Where's... Eh, whatever. Oh, here's that dirt I was looking for. Stressful day, work today. Feel like your capacity is being tested when I shouldn't even be working in a position. Oof, I'm sorry. That is rough and unfair. I saw you gonna go fight that zombie there, Heracross, but we're gonna just fly over here and go to bed, eh? Refreshing but stressful day. It's an interesting combination. Okay, what was I going to work on next? Oh, so... I was going to make more pews. We'll do that in a moment. I want to talk about the facade a little bit, and it's changed a little bit, but there's, Hey, Greg. You have been mentally challenged. Well, it's good to have moments that, mentally challenge us and push us. So there's a cathedral in Spain. What's it called? The Tarragona Cathedral, Cathedral of Tarragona. It has a really interesting facade to me, in that it's kind of a very standard Roman kind of portal where it's like an archway that grows outward. Which I kind of want to do here. Now, admittedly, with this in the way, we can only do it on one side, which I think could, again, adding to the asymmetry, be kind of cool. We'll have a rose window up there. And then above it, it has this, like, these two, like, pillars that have diagonal tops that don't meet the middle. Just look up Tarragona Cathedral. It's really interesting. Hey, Inca. Oh, is there a pilgrimage to Tarragona? I know there's obviously the Camino de Santiago to Santiago de Compostela. Anyway, so what I was thinking for the windows here is we'll have kind of a common bar of glass all the way across, and then each of these will come... There'll be three very tall, pointed pieces. in Spain. Oh, sure. I bet that makes sense. There's a ton of routes in Spain, so it makes sense that there's at least several that go through Tarragona. But I came across it because I was randomly like looking up which bishops are primates and like in the world, which sounds weird if you don't know that primate is also a church term. So bench requires slabs. Okay, well that's easy. That's different though. It's prime 8. Well, yeah, but you know, both are said the same way, so it's. But I was just curious about where primatial seas were, and that was. There's 2 in Spain. There's Tarragona and there's another one. There's one in Portugal. Potato, 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 tomato, tomato. It only works if you say it differently. Which is a great joke to do in writing. That's fine. I ran out of bench pieces to fully fill those in. Okay, so I made way too many benches, but that's okay because we do have a crypt. We could put a crypt chapel down there. Potatoes were favorited by J.R. Tolkien. It is great epic. Nice. Want to try the mashed potatoes and mashed cauliflower? I mean, yes. Look at all the pews. And yes, I am leaving this center area kind of more open intentionally. I don't know why. I just feel like it. There's a sheep in the church building. Oh no, is it lost? Hey, Bacon, blessed Ash Wednesday to you as well. Okay, so I kind of don't want to just build the same thing over and over again. Also, the bell tower will still be taller. It will be taller than the rest of the church in general, but go for some bacon right now. Well, It is, and in fact, a day of abstention, so... But of course it's on the days of abstention that it's always the hardest. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. How wide is the church? I forget. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Yeah, we can keep it the same width. 7, 8. We can start digging out the crypt. Perfect. If we're getting to celebrate Mardi Gras and Korean New Year. Nice. Yeah, it was Lunar New Year yesterday as well. Wow, Jimmy, your mom lets you celebrate 2 holidays in one day? I bet the food was pretty good. We'll worry about that later. Fill in some of these dark spots so I don't get surprise creeper. This could actually be hollowed out. We don't... This is just how I was lazy and I was just like, this is how I'm going to build this part of the floor. It's Yakwa at work, went home and had botchki. Nice. I made pancakes. Okay. Now since this is the crypt, I don't want the roof to just be the floor of the church above. And we have space, so what I'm thinking is if we made sort of the crypt 3 blocks tall, we could put the roof here, so we could have something directly below, which would be sort of accurate anyway. question is, what do we want that roof piece to look like? I'm thinking the crypt doesn't have to be as visually interesting. It can be a lot more just use of cobblestone. Probably just use cobblestone as the roof. You've got crypt mud on your rosary. I don't think I've ever heard the term crypt mud before. You ever had Ponchki because it makes you sad? You should fix that at some point. I highly recommend Ponchki. Then again, I recommend most baked goods, so... It's a little sad. We know one of my Paul's brothers is buried in the crypt of Old St. Patrick's. But we don't know exactly where because of how the crypt there is built. They sell gluten-free Ponchki. I bet some bakery out there does. So, like, we know where he's buried because it's, like, a section, but we don't know, like, where in that section because... It's like there's a whole wall that seals off the actual physical crypts. I like to hang out in the crypt here. We have one that houses... It's about 80. It's like the first 80 Paulists. The... big exceptions are Francis Baker, who I was just telling you about, who's at Old St. Patrick's, and Isaac Hecker, who has a specialty tomb slash shrine in the main church. Had some double bock. Isn't that beer? Or am I thinking Shiner Bock? I have no problem with you wanting to find and try a beer. In fact, I support this, but... It's liquid bread. Ah! Okay. We're making progress. Read about a few years ago. Want to try it? Nice. I wonder how similar that might be to, like, a Belgian double. Given that they both have double in their name. What, does your brother tease you for liking Guinness? That's just wrong. Guinness is a very good beer. My older brother can wear a kilt, I can drink Guinness. I think you should both do both those things. I am a fan of both Guinness and kilts. What about drinking Guinness while wearing a kilt? 10 out of 10, no notes. You'll get a kilt once you can play the pipes. And just get a kilt. They're nice. Hey there, Hope. I like my kilts. I should wear my kilts more often. Doing pretty good, just digging out the crypt of the church here. Probably too particular to pick a tartan. Then go with Night Watch. Father Evan wants me to drink Guinness and wear a kilt. We go in mass in the evening for ashes. Oh, very nice. I also have the evening mass, although I decided to get ashes earlier in the day. Especially because I helped give them out during the 12:10 mass, since I was like, you know what? If I'm giving ashes out, I should probably have ashes. No, I have... There we go. Gonna do that so I can make some shovels. Some spoons. Pretty sure your brother bought a kilt and never wore it? Oh. That kilt is crying. Are the ashes blessed twice? Blessed as a palm and blessed after burning? Sort of. I mean, not everywhere is the ash made of palms. It's sometimes other ash, because palms actually don't really burn that well and don't make that much ash. But in a sense, because it has undergone a change, it loses its blessing, is kind of a general thought around it, I guess. It's part of why you burn something sacred, is it loses it, it changes its form in a sense, and therefore is no longer considered sacred. No, we followed through. Boo. Dry palms? Again, dry palms don't burn as well as you might think. Like, they kind of... It's weird, because they're grass, right? Like, palm trees are technically a kind of grass. His coworkers comes to real hijinks. It sounds it. Sounds like a nice visit to HR. A fancy dress Thursday competition where they wore suits, bowler hats, canes, and ties. I kind of want to visit your brother's workplace on a Thursday now just to witness this. Bought a thrift blazer as lunch break to try and out to the competition. Nice. Your brother sounds like an interesting guy. Have you considered trying to get him on Goff? Hope he's double BRB. Hang out, play D&D, Warhammer, exercise in the workplace basement after hours. So your brother's a nerd. Doublebach is Bavarian. I still wonder if it has some influence from, or similarities. If it could be something like convergent evolution of beer. He's a software dev. Of course he's a nerd. Yeah, fair. Okay. So Kingdom Hearts 3 starts up Monday? Yeah. Assuming that my red-eye flight doesn't just absolutely just like what's the word I'm looking for? Ruin me, I guess. I will do Remind. Yeah, so I'll just like flow straight into Remind as part of it. Wholesome mouse is kind of a requirement for Goth. Now, here's a question. When do I play, or what day should I say? What day should I play Melody of Memory? Because it's not really an RPG, but I want to play all of the Kingdom Hearts series on stream. Just turn on easy codes and blast through Limit Cut. I might do that. I can turn on streamer mode. But definitely doing Remind for sure. Yeah, Melody is pretty chill. And it's pretty short, too, so, like... But I just thought of that more as more of a joke. Like, it's not really an RPG, so can I do an RPG Monday? Okay. Yeah, no, I think I probably will still do it on Monday, especially because, as you say, it's connected. But it still made me laugh. Like, oh, I want to play this whole thing, but it doesn't quite fit the categories. But it's my show, so I can mess with the categories if I want. Oh, great, there's an Enderman down here. Speaking of nerds. Right, and this gives me some more dirt to work with for terraforming, so that's nice. But that is everything hollowed out for the roof of the crypt and the walls of the crypt. So that's pretty nice, actually. That there, dirt goes over here. Stone goes there, and we go to sleep. And I need to take a quick bio break, so don't go anywhere. I'll be right back, but take this opportunity to get a drink water. Do what you need do what you need to do, and we'll be right back. We are back. Kind of want to take some dirt. Build out the hills. Maybe the front. That way we can actually walk in the front door. I guess I'll extend the dirt on the porch, if you will, this far out all the way. If I build this out kind of to here-ish, I can fill it in this way. Hello, pine cone. Very good. Please, no. Pinecone, please dance somewhere else. I appreciate your cute little dance. I'm trying to build right now. Anyway, kind of build it out, like, out to there. And this hill basically kind of extend it out. Terraforming's tough. Terraforming's like one of my least favorite things to do in Minecraft. That's something you kind of gotta do. No. You lit my hair cross on fire. I wonder if pine cone tastes good. No. No, pine cones don't taste good. Pine nuts, yes. But the pine cone itself, no. I have eaten enough pine cones at this point in my life, which is not a sentence I thought I'd ever say, to know that it's a bad idea. So anyway, I'm gonna kind of just build this hill out like this for now. And part of terraforming will making it not look like a step pyramid. So you come in and you kind of push and pull pieces here and there. But for now, I just want to build a hill. Planting trees goes a long way too to hiding some of it. This reminds me when I built the opera house, because I built the aqueduct, and then I had to build an entire hill around it. Oh, hi. Hi, pillagers. Go, my exceptionally large lad. I love how big this Stonejourner is. Flaffy, what are you doing up there? You are not a piece of tough. Get down. You look silly. Anyway. Gonna have to remove this. But it's gonna Cask of Amontillado that whole tree there. Boom! Major part of the hill complete. How does that look on the map? Certainly brown. Okay. Look how tiny it is. I like the staircase. I like the bell tower. It's good progress. Again, we'll probably replace this floor. I wonder. Wonder how this reacts. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. I can't remove... If I try to go for this, the balcony actually takes up the whole above space, so that's... Okay, but break it that way and it's fine. Keep that in mind for when we're changing out the floor up there. What if for the floor up there... Look at that. Oh, shit. Hey, Trekkie. How's your Ash Wednesday going? Anyway, what if we did some Pokemon stuff in the Coppelmon server? Going well, getting ready for the last mass of the day. Nice. I have my first and only mass in 2 hours. Got over 300 at your 630. That's awesome. My favorite starters for each gen. Well, definitely Squirtle for Gen 1. Gen 2, probably Cyndaquil. Gen 3, I never actually played. And after that, I don't remember anything. Except for Fuecoco, because that precious child has no thoughts. Same with that early for Ash Wednesday. But it sounds like it was a success. Huge success. I should say so. Well done. Do trainers just spawn around you periodically? Is that it? I thought maybe going to a town there'd be a trainer or something. Oh, there we go. That's an ace trainer. Oh, that means they're gonna have good Pokemon. Hey, Creepy. Good to see you. Thank you for the lurk. God bless. Hey, Ash is late in the day makes me feel like I've been in PJs all day instead of getting dressed properly for Lent. That's a fair metaphor for how it might feel. I should switch my Heracross because it knows a fighting move, but unfortunately, it probably won't go too well. I have shocked it. Good. What are the defense stats on this Blissey? It's kind of ridiculous. That works pretty well. Of course, it's kind of a non-bow with Paralyze, but... There we go. I'll be right back. I will fight you. First, I must run to the Poké Center. Oh, Avalugg. You're so big. Wow, the evolution stage of your last Pokemon. It's still 4 times weak to ice. Truly, this was a fight for all time. It missed, but now I have Chargers on Blizzard, the only ice type move I have on me right now. Hello, Juggler Mason. Time to test your skills. Oh no! My Durant. My Durant. Another Pineco. I missed. So he just used electromagnetism to levitate this electrode, so now ground types don't work on it. The one thing it is weak to, it is now immune to. This feels like cheating. This is obnoxious. Excuse me. No! How do you make him float in the air the exact turn I'm going to do the thing? And we won! I want Steel Roller. No, you can leave. What? It's a lot of zombies. Can something be sacrificed if you find enjoyment in it? I mean, I think we're getting into some semantics there, and I think there's different ways to parse it that would be yes and no. I do think there are times that we can be pleasantly surprised by something we give up and go, oh, this is actually better. If you're giving something up because you like giving it up, well, that feels weirdly defeating the purpose. Bro, I just cleared this all out. Hey, Webby. How you doing? Hey, Mama. Happy Ash Wednesday to you as well. Well, I don't know if I'd count that as a sacrifice kit, but it is something that you can count as a form of prayer. We are called to prayer, fasting, and almsgiving. And I think itself is a form of almsgiving to make those. You made it to your first mass. What did you think? Were all the chick tracts right in the end? Still adjusting the server, so there are a few things really struggle to connect with you. The message, the homily is enjoyable. Well, that's good. Wait, where are you warping to? He's getting confused because he's trying to find me underground. But he's just teleporting above ground, I think. Yep, there he is. You did not spell it correctly, but that's okay. It's an I-90, but that's all good. Is that Martin Luther? My Ash Wednesday's been pretty good. Helped give out ashes during the 12:10 Mass, and then I have the 6:30 myself. You were very close, yes. I can spell it, but don't ask me what it is. I can spell it, and you can ask me what it is. Till early masses were for elementary school. So you got the 12:15 here. Ah, that makes sense. Surprised how quick it went by. Did they have music? It was full. No music? Ah, that's part of why it probably went by pretty quick then. We had music at our 12:10, and it was about 70 minutes, which is typical for one of our longer masses with music and a good crowd. But yeah, no, Ash Wednesday is the most popular day in the Catholic Church calendar. $45 yeah, that's pretty good for a no music Ash Wednesday. I think the 6:30 I'm going to say tonight is light music. So like, rather than a full choir, it's just a piano and a cantor. But I don't remember. So I'll just show up and see what happens. Well, it also depends on the architecture of the church as to what is full. I mean, due to the architecture of our church, full you know, I've been in Catholic churches where full would outdo what our full, or like what half full for them would outdo completely full for us. But that's just because of architecture. Learned about this color. Hey, let's go. Absolutely no scoped it. Well done, Kit. I did not mess with that in any way, shape, or form. Oh, that was Sunday. Church isn't very large. Ah, okay. Yeah, I think seating capacity at St. Paul's is 700. So with standing room only, we can see upwards of 1,000, but I know we see about 2,000 people on a weekend for all our masses.
Ah, the French.
Thank you for the sub with Prime there, Webby. So since this is where the floor will go, I'm gonna clear it out. I have to have a way out still, but news catering people on their lunch break. Yeah, no, and there is the reality of responding to people's needs pastorally and saying, you know, we know you have to get back to work. One of the fun things of our parish is you really get an interesting mix of people from across the city on Ash Wednesday. Because, like, we have our regular parishioners on Sunday, but, you know, Ash Wednesday, you've got people at work who are coming in and things. And you can tell by uniforms, so it's like this person's a sanitation worker, this person's a security guard at a building. It's really interesting. It's really cool. 6 in Spanish, nice. That makes sense. That there's one in Spanish. Father Chris did the 1210 bilingually. He's very gifted with his Spanish. He spent a summer at an immersion program, and he has retained it really well. Yeah, if it's you're going on your lunch break, yeah. You know, the number of people who work in the city but live in New Jersey or, you know, I mean, there are people who commute from Connecticut or even Rhode Island, which boggles my mind. Pray for you in French. I do not know much French, so I don't know if I'll be able to pray for you in French, but I can pray for your trip to France. I can say bonjour without sounding like a farmer. Just don't pronounce the R. Bonjour. And when in doubt, just go.
Ah, the French.
If only it were so easy indeed. God bless Orson Welles. God bless Orson Welles, indeed. Brilliant filmmaker. Great voice. Imagining Webby with his southern accent doing bonjour. I think we need to have a French study stream before you go. From you, Webby. I don't make the rules. Honestly, probably do. What, are you saying I do make the rules? Or that you should do that? Yeah, good times, Trekkie. Tell me about the church dungeon you're building. It's not a dungeon, it's a crypt. We're gonna put the dead bodies there. Crypt doesn't sound any more appealing than dungeon. Lots of churches have crypts. In fact, the church I work at and live at has a crypt. I could have shown you the crypt if you visited. That's where we keep the bodies. Yes! That's what a crypt is for. So we're going to have a special crypt here for the bishops of the cathedral. And then we'll have a crypt down here with a chapel and... So what we'll probably have is a chapel in one part and then kind of columns of spaces elsewhere. Well, I can't show you the bodies. They're in the crypt. They're buried. That's how crypts work, Webby. Yeah, you're not getting money's worth out of the free tour from your friend of the historic church he works at. Your motivation for the day is flagging. Uh-oh, it's only Wednesday. Okay, there. We've cleared out the floor space. So we can figure out what kind of floor we want to put in here. Been in trouble all week. Burnout has your number. Oh no! I bet Inka's number was 567309. I really like what these pillar trims are adding visually to this. Oh, it is past time for me to wrap up. I should have wrapped up 5 minutes ago. Getting lost in the Minecraft sauce. I see what you're doing there, Webby. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in to Let Us Play. I've been your host, Father Evan. It's been good to be with you all today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Join us again Monday. No stream tomorrow. I'm flying to LA. This is the first game we ever played through the night. Nice. Anyway, I'm flying to LA tomorrow. I'll be back Monday, I hope. I have a red eye back. I think I'll make it work. But don't be surprised if nothing happens Monday for stream. But if it does, Kingdom Hearts 3. Tuesday, more Kena. Wednesday, more Minecraft. Thursday, Super Mario World. I think that's everything. So thanks so much to everyone who's liked, followed, subscribed, given bits, all that good jazz. Thank you for checking out the YouTube and the Discord. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and let's see who's live that we could raid into. We haven't raided Katie Fu in a while. Let's go raid her. They raced into another streamer. How did you know? Anyway, go give Katie some love. She's a cool person. She's playing My Time at Porsche. It's like a I forget what they're called, like comfy sim, like Animal Crossing-ish, but with like a little more combat, kind of like Stardew. Anyway, it looks fun. Harvest Moon. Yeah, cozy game, but with like a little more combat. I think her house burned down at some point. Anyway, raid call is Father Raid, or Happy Ash Wednesday, whichever you'd like. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care. God bless.